Action News Now. Breaking news.
We're following breaking news just outside of Chico, where crews raced to stop a brush fire.
It happened on Estes Road, which you can see right here south of town. It happened there at near Barbara Yard. Now, Action News Now reporter Tori Apodaca is there live. So, Tori, what have you learned since last hour?
Haley and Alan, I'm learning more about how fire crews were able to knock down this fire quickly. So right now I am standing just off of the train tracks on Estes Road, and you can see them here behind me. This is where the fire broke out. So when crews showed up, the north wind was already whipping around and really sending it in this direction south, right in the direction of all those homes and RVs you can see in the distance. So CAL FIRE says that their focus was, of course, protecting these homes. So they really drew a line around there, and then they worked their way back towards the train tracks. But take a look at what the Estes fire looked like when it broke out earlier. CAL FIRE says it burned about 5 acres, only causing minor damage to one motorhome. The Butte County Sheriff put out an evacuation order for the west side of Estes Road, and the order is now canceled. One man tells me he stayed back to protect his property.
This is the closest that it got to me. Luckily, one of my neighbors had a bucket of water and dumped it on it because I was fast out because I just got done having surgery yesterday. So doctor's orders was not to be doing any heavy lifting today, but clearly this wasn't part of the doctor's orders.
Now back out here live, I just want to give you some perspective on what this field looked like. You can see right here behind me where this really tall brush is still standing, but just imagine this entire field was covered in vegetation that looked just like this. Now, I was speaking to some of the neighbors and the one you just heard from, and he tells me that he suspects it was caused by either a transient camp or maybe somebody dropping a lit cigarette. But CAL FIRE cannot confirm this at this time, as they are still working to investigate. And again, fire crews are still out here. You can see some of their engines. There's about 1, 2, 3, 4, only 4 engines that are still left out here right now, clearing up the hot spots. But it was definitely a close call for some of those homes. But again, only one motorhome had some minor damage, and no one else was injured in all of this. Reporting live in Chico, Tori Apodaca, Action News Now, coverage you can count on.
Thank you, Tori. Now, CAL FIRE says no one was injured.
Here's a view now of that fire from above, and this is a time-lapse video right when it broke out after 2 this afternoon.